Bob, could somebody go into the GMS Chicago on their live too? Make sure that we have sound and make sure that we have good video. We did get a new modem, so
Con,
that
man, it works now.
that
I've
what
said for the last 2 years, this is needed.
Oh, well, I already heard it. Come. Shalom, shalom. We're the brothers of the Great Millstone Chicago branch. And this is the our annual New Year's Eve of destruction. We're going to chant down Babylon. So with that, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakwadash.
double honors into the apostles, double honors into the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird among the heathen nations, that look like the heathen nations, and to the Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you we say shalom. All right, Chicago in a couple hours goes into purge mode.
That's right.
You know, that's the rumor. No, it ain't gonna happen right away, but things are gonna get really bad, really fast here in Chicago
God.
and in other states as well. Chicago's not the only place. There's quite a few other states that are lined up that have similar laws. Yeah, that right there. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that Ohio has something very similar.
Dayton, yeah.
Yeah, so where they're not gonna have police and fire and that whole sort of thing. All right, so don't be shocked if those who played the little purge thing, that those purge alarms gonna go off at midnight in Chicago. But no, actually these fools gonna be shooting. So right, be prepared for that, cause you know, I was in the this was right last spring, right before the summertime. I was at Sam Clubs with my demon, and we were getting ready to leave out the Sam Clubs, and somebody played that purge thing over it came on over the intercom, and everybody, it was kind of fucked everybody up. So I don't know if somebody was, went and found a phone and did it and just put it up to it like that, whatever. But it played and it did it 3 times, loud as hell, and it kind of freaked people out because it's coming.
Yeah, scripture.
Go ahead, brother.
I'm gonna hit this second Esdras, chapter 15 and 14, but I'm gonna start at verse 1 and then jump back down.
Matter of fact, could you go to 9 first, brother?
Absolutely.
Go to go to second Ezra, the 9th chapter, and then jump back to where you were.
Okay.
Yeah, and just for the record, Dayton, they passed the bud. Yeah, I just had to go because we fact checked. See, we fact checked everything as a week ago.
So they passed it.
They passed one,
okay.
but they look at the headlines though. Dayton City Commission passes 2023 budget after strained discussions and negotiations. They barely did it at the 9th hour.
Well, they didn't do it here because all they did was now those southern counties down in southern Illinois, where it's full of mostly white people, they did it for them, but they stopped this. But as far as Chicago and the surrounding counties, they didn't stop it.
That's right.
So all these Negroes and Latinos are, it's still gonna be on and popping because Capo asked the cop from Dunkin' Donuts today, is it really gonna be like that? And the cop told him, yeah, man, it's really gonna be like that. Shit about to get crazy. But go ahead, y'all. Salaki.
Well, I was gonna say because this adds to the Egyptian versus Egyptian too, because Chicago, Illinois itself is it's a leftist state only because Chicago is so populous. Everywhere else is right.
Yeah, it's red.
All right. Yep, they're red, and that's the whole thing. In Egyptian versus Egyptian, these left states are the ones that want to defund the police. And you said all on the comment board, these they talking that shit. You purple hair left this motherfucker. You doing all this shit? Yeah, you can close it out. You purple hair left this mother. You ruining the country. Wait till you need a cop to come help you. So the left is saying defund the police, let these fucking criminals go free and shit. While the right is ready to fight against it. This is gonna add to the violence. They're gonna use this for their benefit, man, and fuck you up. See, people really thinking Jake on Jake, which Jake is devils. But Esau was really finna turn up with this shit,
and
man.
And a lot of them gonna get ready to fight and kill each other. That's funny. That's the spirit. I said that on the line because you got these patriots that are angry that their country that they stole it's falling and they're mad. But go ahead, y'all.
Con. Yep. So this is Second Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. It said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Come on now.
And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right, and one of the ways he's visiting the world that he made is both physically and he's also doing it spiritually by working on the minds of these men to and some of these damn women that they put in positions of power to make these foolish geopolitical moves that put people and countries and economies in danger. All right, go ahead, brother. So it's not just him sending a storm and fire. He's getting in the minds of these politicians and making them do things that's going to cause carnal reaction from citizens of other countries.
That's it. And it is going to produce all this chaos and pestilence and famines and, you know, rumors of wars and, you know, all these things that's coming, man. All right. So it says, verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High from the beginning. Because just like he said, I have declared end from the beginning. The end of what? The end of this present evil world, where Job 9:24 is in effect, where he said, the Most High has given the earth into the hand of the wicked. All right, they got a particular time to rule, and at the very end of their rule, there's going to be signs of the times and the signs of their downfall and the signs of the last transition from one nation of people to another. All right, it's going to be from the wicked nation of people to the righteous nation of people. But that's going to come with all manner of chaos. Because just like the scripture says in Jeremiah 28 and 8, it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Because when anytime there's a transition of power, there's always a fight.
That's it.
All right? And so here it is, the Most High God, who is ruling the minds of all, from the righteous to the wicked, all right? He is putting it in the minds of these people to, all right, let's go. Let's start this pestilence. Let's start these plagues. Let's start these wars. Let's start all this chaos, all right, which are signs of the times. That's why he said, then shalt thou understand that it is the same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, when you see these signs. And so you have the prophets that's speaking through the Spirit, all right, to warn you of these things, so then you know, well, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, all right? And then you'll also see and understand what's going on, why it's going on, and then that's when Isaiah 33 and 6 kick in, where it says, for wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of your salvation.
Let me land back. Jeremiah 44:4 gives you the prophets which is happening as we speak. This is a prophecy that we're encompassing as we speak. Jeremiah 44:4, howbeit I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods.
Right. So they don't believe in the words of the prophets. And the words of the prophets is the righteousness and the will of the Father.
That's it.
So they don't believe in the righteousness and the will of the Father, nor do they desire it. You see? But there's a consequence for going against the mindset, the righteousness and the will of the Father. All right? Was there any more that you wanted me to hit in that second Esdras?
Now you can go back to your
Okay,
scripture. but
so
you-
let's.
What you have?
I had second Esdras 15.
What you start at?
I was gonna start at
14, right?
at around 14, but I was gonna start at 1 and jump down.
Okay. When you jump down, can you jump down to 9?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is second Esdras chapter 15 and 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy." All right, prophecy is to say before it happens. All right, to say the will of the Most High God before it happens. Just like the Lord said, hey, before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
That's it.
All right, so he's telling you of his
Man.
will before it happens by way of the prophets.
That's it.
So it says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, and let not the incredulity of them that trouble thee speak against thee."
Right, and incredulity means faithlessness.
That's it.
All right, so starting with the apostles, let's start with them. Obviously, been out there over 30 plus years. All right, prophesying the same thing, and people say the same thing. Ain't happy yet. Well, what we seeing now is something that wasn't happening back then.
Right.
It wasn't happening when people were protesting the Vietnam War. They make me sound. No, man, we see protests worldwide.
Right.
We see uprisings, violent uprisings even, worldwide. We see these earthquakes happening, big ones, significant ones, worldwide.
Just one not too
I-
long
And,
ago in
and
California.
on a constant thing.
That's
Yeah.
right. It escalating. Yeah.
On a constant thing.
And
And,
that just-
and in the thousands collectively.
Yeah, and it's at the time of the toes, according to that statue that Daniel saw, which at the time of the toes, that was right before that stone came and smashed the whole thing.
Kind of, see, and at the same time, there's certain things in these prophecies that are not. You say earthquakes, it can be one in California, it could be one in Texas, it can be one overseas, whatever. But then you got something called the M to the O to the T to the B. When you got a prophecy like that saying that they're going to have a certain Marcus Aurelius going to be implantatiously under your skinaciously. Okay, goddamn it, that's happening now worldwide too. They got it over there in Sweden.
Well,
You
that's
got-
how we know for certain.
That's my
Started
point.
with the earthquakes and the uprisings, because he said, "Then you shall know."
Yes,
Ain't no guessing. So
Is that
what the
right?
apostles
Can
been
I add
having on?
this?
yes.
One last point.
Go ahead, brother.
What the apostles been having on for the last few years, they always taught it, of course.
Mhm.
The last few years it's been strict. The mark, the mark, the mark. Every other video, Apostle Hart is mentioning that mark. And it's because the spirit was on Elder Malcolm when the star was 709, because once those signs happen, the mark is next.
That's it.
Because World War III is coming. The world is fucking divided. The Lord said he's coming basically in the midst of a free fall.
That's
Yeah,
it.
A
they
big
said
world
that
rumble.
the Korea War almost reestablished. Say Korea and North Korea and South Korea, damn, they got in, started fighting, which would have brought the whole world into it.
That's it.
So they almost got in, started a missile fight between them. But this is Isaiah 44:5. This prophecy as well. It says, "One shall say, I am Yahweh, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto Yahweh, and surname himself by the name of Israel." The awakening.
That's it.
You got niggas on the bus, niggas on the corner talking about Israel now.
That's it. And
Every other white person and heathen talking about Israel now.
while we at camp today, and we up there, yeah, this is what with them. We snapping. A father and his son walk past, and they're like, as we in right in the right perfect moment, shalom, and keep it moving. Talking about Israel, and we made a note on that. See,
Got
the
a
word
brother from LA walk up, put his garment on, and show shalom us and break bread, and then told me he been watching my videos for years.
You know what I'm saying?
And he in a whole nother camp.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I ain't got no words.
Pan second Jake today on the line did it.
See,
And that's not to slate, because look, man, we coming from the fucking world. That's not no slight on his name. But the point is, the word is out there
that's it. That's the
to
point.
everybody. You ain't,
Yeah.
it's out there
Right.
to all
Well,
facets
yeah.
of life. The
Yeah, I
word is
forget
rich in
the name. I think they call themselves just simply the 12. What was it? The 12's there with me. I think they call themselves the 12 tribes.
Sharia.
What did that dude say the name of that camp was? The 12 tribes?
Double-edged sword.
Oh, right, double-edged sword.
Or
And
two-edged sword.
the water, brother.
Yeah, he said
Two-edged
it's the
sword.
One West, though.
And their head is an Issacharite, you know, and they of course they go back to One West. And clearly they
first
teach
of all,
the same doctrine we teach.
so like it,
That's
for-
why he approached.
And he would not, for him to say he's been watching your video for years, you can't be Nate in his camp and watching your video for years. You can't be in ISBK unless they're people who are window shopping and then they, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know, you follow what you hear and what you believe. A bird, was it the bird of the same,
Feathers flock together.
right, that's the birds of a feather flock together, but in the scriptures, it's that scriptural,
Sword to his light.
right, every man consorted to his like, man. You only go around and you only listen to the vibrations that pull you into it because it's of like-mindedness, man. So those that listen to the men of the Lord here at Great Millstone is because you're part of Great Millstone. And it's really not a part of us, it's part of Yahweh Shem Shai, because we don't give a fuck. We never, matter of fact, we're the only group that didn't make our own name. All right? Because they said, oh, we this is not IUIC. Oh, where's this? Sakari, where's Sakari? Man, Great Millstone was a title put upon us, which is the eldest, starting with the eldest, and then subsequently on down through the spirit. So it's not all that extra. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
And it's a quick point. You know, like ISCPK, General Yohana does this.
The
Or the
commanding,
Bishop Nathaniel does that.
raining fire down on.
Exactly, man. You don't see Elder Tar putting his name before the video. Or Elder Gabar, Apostle Gabar. All right? I got something real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 3 and 5. Who then is Paul? Who is Apollos? Even Lord gave to every right. All right? And that's how you know that they truly men of the Lord, man. It's not about preeminence.
And they give everything, man.
That's
Huh.
right.
You know, they didn't hold back anything.
That's
Right? You know, and that's the way we get down because we want Jake to know and be up to standard to teach.
Well,
Because we knew Salakia, we knew that this word had to be spread in order for the Lord to activate in these prophecies and things to get going, man. We had to do our part.
well, if I can go back to this second Esdras 15 and 1, it says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth." So whoever those men are that the Most High is speaking through, they don't need no gimmicks. They don't need no, battle,
We don't
rap
need no
battles,
raw ass beats.
no raw ass beats,
Intro.
no debates, no nothing. The truth, the truth you can't debate the truth.
Right. It's what Ezra said. They went to what's the strongest? Is the women. The women looked at the king, bowed down to her.
That's right, brother.
One said the king, he said, well, he bowed to the woman. He let her slap him and shit, didn't say nothing. If she said he wanted to correct her, they went through all this shit. And then Ezra say, no, it's wisdom. It's the truth.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I got it for you right here.
Guys, get to the point there.
First Ezra 4 and 38. As for the truth, it endureth, and is always strong, it liveth and conquereth forevermore.
And
Right,
that-
it don't need a mate. Slap, that's it.
That's
Don't need
it.
a mate.
That's it. Because again, that is what's doing the gathering. You see? And here it is, we are laborers together with God. So it's the Most High God that is the source that is giving the abilities out to his men to teach his word
That's it.
directly and correctly. Because if it wasn't through the spirit of the Most High that he puts upon you, that he dictates, then you would not be able to speak the word of God directly and correctly.
Hey, that's just like Jeremiah. What did he say? It was like a fire that was shut up in my bones, and
He was
he
compelled.
was compelled to do it.
When he
And
went
the
to
Lord-
shut the fuck up.
When he wanted to shut, he couldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It was and then the scriptures also say that the Lord said he was gonna put his words in
In
his
your
mouth
mouth,
as
right.
fire in people's
That-
stubble.
and that's
it's the Lord's, yeah.
That's what the same scripture right here is saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Second Esdras 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy,
Lose
which
all
I
the
will
gain
put in
out
thy
of it.
mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. That's letting you know there's going to be plenty imaginations against thee. There's going to be plenty people against you that exalted their mindset above the mindset that we have, which is the mind of the Lord.
I had something real quick for you out to back up
Which is
what
the average
Elder
Christian.
Benny said earlier, because one of the prophecies is the MOTB. This is an article, right? Because it says, okay, so what is the financial reset? Because that's what's about to happen. It says the financial reset will be a complete restructuring of the current system, which we always been talking about, right? The elders. Eliminating all existing fiat currencies overnight.
Ooh.
The CSRQSM software will intercept all banking transactions, all credit and debit card transactions, and all known financial transactions over a period of 3 to 5 days once the system is activated. So as the Elder Benny said earlier, man, that's what's one of the major prophecies, the MOTB. Right,
Yes.
to see him, man.
Yeah.
All right, and that's part of the signs that we know that we're at the end.
Yeah.
We know that we're in that 10 toes.
Yeah, because that wicked, that's part of their agenda to
Financial reset.
yeah, to do these things, you know.
Yeah.
But that's still the Most High God putting it on their spirit to do these things to fulfill His ultimate will. You see, because wickedness has a bounds that it cannot pass, but it must reach. You see, and so once it reaches its height, that's when the Lord comes back. So going back into this second Esdras, chapter 15 and 4. So it says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." It says that the Lord is going to bring these things to pass. Why?
That's what violence shall Babylon fall.
That's it.
That must happen. The chip is a major prophecy. There's a lot of hell coming upon this place. And 2023
Yes.
may just very well be that year that it kicks off, because what do we have? The gas tax is ended, so the price of gas is going up. But there's a whole list of laws nationwide. I seen the list of what's happening.
Plus inflation on the food too.
Yep.
That ain't pulled back at all.
Oh, it's gonna kick off. The yield this past year has been terrible. I was talking to the brother earlier about that actually, and he mentioned how the Netherlands is the #2 producer of different beef and meats. Not lamb and goat, that's Australia, is top. But they reached 50%, it was the Wadba. 50% yield this year. So half of what they usually ship. On top of the drought in America.
Dang.
The brother Lloyd did a video and he used the article, was going into a farmer speaking on this. And this ain't the first time we've seen videos of farmers mentioning how the price increase for that feed is going to affect this year's produce.
We've seen it in person.
Yeah, this part that I didn't know, it's been a drought. So we had 2-3 years ago, a couple years in a row, it was floods. But it rained so much that the seed didn't, the reserve seeds got knocked over. Millions of cattle died. Now we got drought.
Not enough
So it's
water.
going to be famine.
Mhm.
The harvest ain't yielding this shit like
Yep.
it used to, man.
So you know what? So a lot of you
Price
proud ass
increases.
Jakes, you proud ass women, you're gonna have to eat them degrees on you all.
That's it.
Right? Which ain't doing you no good. Not to mention that the job sector
Oh,
is
yeah.
damaging. They still talking about 50 to 70,000 jobs being lost every month for the next couple months or so.
Yeah, see, all these resets, that shows you that what they was doing it didn't work. You see? So it's always got, well, shit, let me just reset it.
In fact, it not only is it not working.
Yeah, like you playing a damn video game.
Exactly. You losing and shit.
I don't like that. The Bowser got me this
Hey,
time.
no, I don't know. See, I go back to the NES. You know what I'm saying?
said
The
Bowser.
regular.
I said Bowser. That's the
That's
NES.
Nintendo.
Okay.
That's Nintendo.
Well, I didn't see. I didn't even play it a whole lot back then. You know what I'm saying? So, but Tecmo Bowl,
Oh, Lord have
motherfucker
mercy.
winning
God
50
damn.
to 50 to 7, and then the motherfucker go press the reset button like he did it on accident.
Oops.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because he losing and shit. It ain't going his way.
Now let's start the whole game all
Now start the whole thing all over
Hey, but
again.
that's still a loss,
Ain't
though.
that's not happening.
Right.
Not
See,
happening with
but-
y'all butching me up.
But it's still the point there is that here it is, they're talking about resetting because their mindsets, it don't work. You see? But the Most High has given this world unto these mindsets to go ahead, do y'all. so you can go ahead and see the consequences that these mindsets produce.
Right.
And this is what's going on in the world right now. The Lord is allowing you to see what the mindsets that's contrary to the Most High God, that tries to exalt itself above the mindset of the Most High God, what it always produces.
Death.
Exactly, and these stupid heathen in America, man.
That's it.
America is like an abandoned building that's been condemned to be destroyed, and here they are calling interior decorators and painters.
Right.
They
Buying new
partying in
furniture.
that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Buying new furniture and be going out to spend money on expensive vases and
Man.
chandeliers and
It's
but it's
damn-
like
it's a damn
and
leak
you
in the
and you
roof.
like the building is condemned. What?
That's
what
right.
y'all-
To putting chocolate over shit.
That's right. And that goes to the I just said about the Titanic, trying to build a new deck on the Titanic that's sinking.
paint the deck.
Right.
So let's
You
go
know,
real
fresh
bad.
coat of paint.
Motherfuckers playing
Bro,
the
it's
orchestra
sinking.
playing.
Chocolate covered wickedness.
Real
God.
quick, because Elder Malcolm said the unemployment, right? And this is the just Esau's the devil. Now listen close to this title. Chicago PMI bounces, but remains worse. December since 2015. So on one level they tell you that it's kind of bouncing back, but it's still in the worst condition it's been in years. So I'm gonna just go through this, right?
What's
Prices-
PMI? What's
Pri-
that?
Let's check this stats
Okay,
out.
good
We got
start.
it. Prices paid rose at a slower pace, signaling expansion. So more money was spent and out there, right? New orders failed. People wasn't buying new shit. Employment fell at a faster pace.
Yeah.
Signaling contraction. All right, and then it said so a lot of people getting jobs and ordering different shit, right? But not different jobs. Entrepreneurs coming or different shit. But the job market is fucking crashing. And that's happening nationwide. The
That's
job
why-
market is fucking crashing.
That's why the gig thing became so popular.
Yeah.
Because people were losing jobs, man.
And
You had a lot of professionals, and you know, I did Lyft for a while, and then I've taken a lot of Lyfts and Ubers and things like that. And a lot of these people that are driving Lyft and Uber, you know, they're highly educated individuals.
Oh, I had one-
Some of these people have masters and PhDs.
They had careers before they
Right.
started driving Lyft. The one woman said, this is how she justified being an Uber driver now. She said, well, my career is basically done and I'm doing this. There's benefits to it. I can make my own hours now. You ain't making nowhere near the same amount of money, but
Not even
your
close.
silver lining is, at least I can make my own schedule. Hey, this is this is Isaiah 19.
Hey, well, you know, the average American love putting lipstick on a pig, man,
Oh yeah.
and saying, right.
You know, Young Jock, he a Uber driver too. Real big and famous and stuff. Uber driver.
Damn, young jock.
And he said he wore that dress a few years back to get his
He
millions.
wanted to get some money. He wanted to get his money back. Yeah.
Right,
Man.
right. Now he driving Ubers. That's what the hell he get, man.
Wow.
You know, hey,
He drove- he-
that's a
he
celebrity.
wanted
I'm
to
trying to
dress
remember who it is. I ain't gonna put his name out there, but he's a celebrity jiu-jitsu, big name in the jiu-jitsu world. You know, who's probably earned millions over his career collectively, driving Uber now.
Damn, that's that Ecclesiastes.
All right.
He come out of prison to rule, and he that is born in his kingdom shall become poor. This is Isaiah 19:14. The Lord has end of the day, you all get in debt. You get a house, you get a credit card,
Right.
you get debt. That's all you're doing.
Well, no, you get born. You get that.
Yeah. The Lord
Yeah.
has mingled. Yeah. And,
I'm just agreeing.
And all you do is add more debt to
So
your
I
life.
just got here, and
$15,000 down, huh?
Oh, what? Like what? Right.
right.
So you wonder why people that's making $500,000 a year, they still living paycheck to paycheck because now they're in debt, just total debt. Isaiah 19:14. The Lord, how you making $500,000 and your ass living
Yeah,
paycheck to paycheck?
and you know it's funny because people are very proud about being doctors here in America, and the average doctor is living paycheck to paycheck, and the average doctor is struggling right now.
Yep.
That's right.
I mean, big time.
Yeah.
Okay, especially if you're a younger doctor, and the doctors who were well established had practices. Well, guess what? COVID destroyed them,
Yeah.
destroyed their businesses and stuff.
And plus, people
All right.
not dealing with doctors like that.
That's what I mean.
They figured it
Because
out.
they figured it out. That's what I mean. That's why I said the C word destroyed a lot of private practices.
Yep. The Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. They have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. Everything Esau doing, they fucking themselves up worse. This reset is going to ultimately bring their destruction. As the drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Here's the point, the back of the Malcolm said. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. So joblessness is prophesied.
That's it.
And all right, we've seen an increase these last 2 years. It got to get worse. This still ain't nothing.
That's
What
it.
chapter were you just reading?
Isaiah 19.
Yeah, and now that we know that within this county, in this state, that the bail thing is not going to be set. People are not going to go to jail for trespassing and certain things, and can be on your property and things like
in
that.
this county.
And a lot of people are gonna, well, in many counties, but in this one being one of them.
Okay.
All right, because like I said, the Edomites came out and stopped it in those southern counties. 65 counties stopped that whole thing from happening in that county, but those are counties that are predominantly white.
That's right.
The counties that are full of brown people, all right, the lighter brown and the darker brown, they about to go through it.
Didn't Cal Ridley drive miles to go shoot a motherfucker? That's all they gonna do. Those South counties gonna come up here to get their anger out.
And that's the reason why you taking the words where I was about to come out of my mouth.
Cal Rittenhouse, like
Because these other counties in southern Illinois and whatever trying to say, well, we're not doing that. Okay, yeah, y'all cool. Nigga, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen when shit hit the fan? When the first slam-demic happened, me and my demon, when we were together, we went out to get to Walmart to go get some extra food and shit, right? We went to the one here on right in the locale, and they said no, they're done. You can't do that. We said okay, fine. We went out to over there, went 30 minutes out, like by Salt Trail or whatever, that area, which is 20-30 minutes outside the far south side. This is from downtown. It's an hour out, but from the far south side, it's 30 minutes out. They had the police flankers, the Illinois State Police had you couldn't even get off the off ramp. We had to go out to Bourbonnais to just go to a Walmart that we can get off the ramp to go to. So the thing is, if you go to the outer counties and the peripheries, niggas are gonna they're gonna go because it's nothing here. So where are they gonna go? They're gonna go there. Right. And they're gonna go there, and then they're gonna bombard you. You motherfuckers think that you're out and not in the periphery, that you're safe, that you're cool. It's no cool according to the scriptures, man.
No.
Unless you're following Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man.
Yep. Other than that, you're gonna be setting. You gonna have certain people that's gonna be setting up those things like in the book of Eli, the different variety of people that
got traps,
the gangs.
Traps.
Yep. So you're either gonna be a part of them, or you're gonna be part of the ones that's hiding and scrambling and running and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
The victims.
Or the victims. That's it.
The game.
Exactly.
Right.
Game.
You're gonna have hunters and you're gonna have game.
Right. Yep. And shit. Some of the people gonna be game. They're gonna be neat.
That's exactly what I meant by when they were game.
Right.
Because it's gonna be. And look, the cannibalism is gonna make a big comeback.
That's it.
In the midst of all this chaos.
Exactly.
And all that stuff. All of that is at hand, man.
And this is all a part.
That's why they keep putting out zombie movies and crazy movies. All the sick shit.
That's
like
it.
I said, brother, that movie Bone and All. That was a sick ass movie.
Wow movie.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy as hell, man. I'm like, Esau sick. That shit was crazy, man.
See, but that's all a part of the prophecy, all a part of the will of the Father in these last few seconds of the evil being in power, of the wicked being in power. So going back to this second Esdras chapter 15 and 5, it says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine." All right, so when that great famine hit, like never done, like never before, and all the things where it says, in that Jeremiah, the time of Jacob's trouble is going to be like a time never before. All right, so it says famine, death, and destruction. Why is the Lord bringing all these things? For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. So it's your own works that's producing all of this that's happening. So it says, and their hurtful works are fulfilled according to the time that the Most High gave wickedness to produce its hurtful works from its wicked devices and mindsets and actions, right? Keep going. It says, therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more. You see, at first he held his tongue, but he said, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. You see, he said he will not suffer, meaning he will not allow. See, because he's allowed this to happen, okay? He allowed you to do your wickedness so you can see the consequences of it. But then there's an ultimate consequence for those who stayed thereon. You see? And so it says, behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Can I preach something for you?
Yes, sir.
This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 9. All this have I seen and applied my heart unto every work that is done under the sun. There is a time wherein one man ruleth over another to his own hurt.
Damn.
So what the elder brother Yaki just said, man, hey, the Lord allowed this wickedness to reign. The Lord put Esau in power.
Right.
Isaiah 10 says he sent his sword against the hypocritical nation, but then he says what? After I finish punishing Zion, I will come punish the stout heart of the king of Assyria.
That's it.
And then he says, I'm going to send a leanness amongst his fat ones. This economy is going to fucking tank.
That's it.
Jobs is going to fucking increase. The dollar will become tissue.
That, well, because he's coming to ultimately abase those that are exalted, that's in power, that exalt their mindsets above the mindset of the Most High God. He's coming to abase them. So it's starting right now. That's why they are seeking.
They just sit in the metal. The metal ain't going nowhere. So in these warehouses, they order all this metal, but they bind it all up, bind it up, but they not using it. Even my wife work at a meat factory. She'll go to work towards me home. Then they'll send her home, you know.
But it's still
Yeah, Esau playing with the live feed. Hey,
let us know.
Let us know on the comment board if everything is good.
If y'all can hear and see good, let us know if everything is good.
And that's a new fucking modem, so that's some bullshit.
So my wife would go to work for a couple hours and they'll send her home. She work at a fucking meat processing plant. So here it is. They sending the whole shift going home. So ain't no work. They'll make it seem like it's work out there. Like I go to work, we ain't got no reels. We ain't doing shit. But they not sending us home. Ain't nothing to do. We just sitting around doing nothing.
Tax refunds for keeping employees.
Hey, the water for that. Okay, say it's still good. The water.
Oh yeah,
So going back to this second Esdras chapter 15, verse 9, it says, and therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. I know you wanted me to hit this 9. You want me to hit it again?
Yeah,
This is second Esdras 15 and 9. It says, and therefore thus saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
This is Isaiah 43. Because this really, I wanted him to read this verse when we got to his actual point. Because when the brother Yaki said earlier, all right, this is Isaiah 43 and 4. Since thou was precious in my sight, I'm starting 3. If I am Yahweh thy power, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior, I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee. And what the brother Yaki said earlier, basically, Isaiah 30:36. The wisdom of knowledge is going to be stability of our times. We know that this hell is coming for the salvation of Israel. The Lord said he's going to give these men's lives to save us. All right? The Lord said he's not, the destruction of America is so the Lord, read 9 over and you can get to it after that. This is the Lord delivering us, man. America falls for our salvation. So we're looking forward to it. All right, we're looking forward to James 5:1. We're looking forward to the rich man falling down.
That's right.
We're looking forward to your economy crash. We're looking forward to you implementing the mark of the beast. Revelation, the 14th chapter, it says, again, this is the patient of faith of the saints, talking about your judgment for taking the mark. We're looking forward to that, man.
That's right.
We're ready to get the hell up out of here. So, yeah, we stable. We know the Lord is doing this for our benefit.
I got a precept for that, Isaiah. Proverbs 21:18. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright.
Con, their lives is going to be given for us so we can live. Their death is for our life.
That's right, brother. Matter of fact, just like ours was for theirs.
Right.
I read this earlier. I'm going to read it again. This is Lamentations 5:1. I'm going to read down to like verse 6. And it reads, Remember, O Yahweh, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. All right? You got these people that are living in our land, claiming to be us, and meanwhile basically got us as servants and slaves via this economic system, the birth certificates, the social security numbers. All right? And it says, and we have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. We have to buy decent water to even drink, man. All right?
Can't go to the lake.
You just can't get water like that. And like I said, especially if you're indigenous to this land, man. All right? You said our wood is sold unto us. How you gonna sell how you gonna sell furniture to us on our own land? All right? I said, as a matter of fact, man, this whole country and everything in it was built up upon Israelites. All right? Built on the back, on stolen lands and on the backs of Israelites, man. Every Israelite should just be able to go in the store, fill up their cart, get all the food, water, whatever the hell they want, just walk out and just, and on the way out, indigenous. And I don't need to pay, get beat, none of that.
I discovered this.
Exactly.
This is my cart.
Exactly. This is my cart, and I discovered this and all this food. All right? But it says, our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. We labor and have no rest, man. We labor and have no profit, man. We get money to only put it in a bag with holes in it because it goes right back to the enemy. All right?
Actually, they did a study on how much taxes they take out. Out of the whole year, you work the whole 12 months. They take 3 months worth of your checks. They did the taxes.
And if they don't get that, then they say you owe.
And you gotta pay them. So 3 months out the year, you work for free.
So if you think exactly, so if you don't think that you're being controlled in the debt, that just goes to show you that the average American is stupid, man. I had this little chick that I be chatting back and forth with on TikTok, and she put up a message about Trump this and Trump that and what was wrong with Trump this, and then I said, look, Maggie, I'm tired of the politics, and I said that the politics, the left and the right, they're two wings on the same hateful bird. And I left it at that. And then she put back, well, we still have to vote for the lesser evil. And I was like,
see, that's the thing.
What the fuck? Why would you?
That's building another deck on the Titanic that's sinking. This doesn't matter. Doesn't make no fucking sense, man. But I mentioned this earlier and at camp earlier. How you got everything falling apart. And then you got your woman saying, "Hey,
that's a
I
good
know."
Scripture. Proverbs 1:22. But go ahead, brother.
We'll pull right up to that. And how everything's falling apart, and then you got the your nigga woman saying, "Well, I know it's about to fall apart, but at least let's make it as best as possible before it falls apart. So let's build up on the Titanic."
That was my woman as of recent at the damn house. Wanted to do all that stuff in the house. I was like, you don't need to do all that.
Because
just make sure everything still works. And then outside of that, all this extra shit, it's all the shit gonna get burned up. Why you doing it?
Come on.
But you know what? It was her stash, her money. Fuck it. All right. It says Lamentations 5:6. It says, we have given the hand of we have given the hand. Salaki, we have given to the hand of the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread, man. So basically, we're giving over into their hands, man.
Yep. But it's a promise that we're going to be delivered from their hands. But before that deliverance, it must get its darkness, all right, before the day dawn. You see, and so this is going back in this to this second Esdras chapter 15 and 10. It says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof."
And that's only talking about the elect.
It says,
That's only people come out of Egypt. This spiritual Egypt right here. That's
Yeah,
the elect, man. That's
like, you
it.
know, y'all said that plenty of times in the past. That first, you know, that first deliverance out of Egypt, all Israel came. All right, this time only the elect are coming, man. And fools hate knowledge. So real quick, y'all, let me let you finish
absolutely.
that. But give me that. Go back to that Proverbs. Matter of fact, you can read it, Uriah. 1-25 that the humble servant Aharon put up. Shalom, brother.
Hey, shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Proverbs 1:22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?
That was Maggie
Mhm.
talking about what we still got to vote for the two lesser evils. But Go
Mhm.
ahead.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and the fools hate knowledge.
And I gave her knowledge. Now I didn't go to do all super scripture with her because I don't want to, go there with her on go there with her on TikTok on that particular page. That's more on my folly page. But
But even-
nevertheless, I
yes,
still
yes.
gave her a golden nugget, and it went right over her head.
And then we men of the Lord not only give it to our females and women, but our family, our friends. Me and Yak was dealing with our cousin and trying to break bread with him, and he talking about Notre Dame and all kind of other shit. And we're like, what the fuck you talking about? Yeah, but Notre Dame said this and that happened.
Hey,
And then
while crying.
right. And then Notre Dame said this and that, and it happened. Yes. All right. Because they don't got, they have no, and he talking about superhumans and all this stuff. I'm like, you don't know, you haven't read the scriptures. The script. What did I tell him? I told him,
Are superhuman. Yeah.
but bro, you can't make this shit up, brother. You can't make this up.
Dumbass.
This is 3. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit upon you. I will make known my words upon you. Because I have called and ye refused. I've stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
That was Maggie and your cousin.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel and with none of my reproof.
And then Jake just don't want to listen, man.
That's it.
They want to listen to everyone except for the men of the Lord, man. They want,
That's
and
it.
the men of the Lord are bringing the word of the Bible, man, which is the word of Yahweh Shai.
Can I back you up? We have a young man who, Aaron, that's his name. Aaron. You remember he asked me his name? The one who plays softball with us is Ish.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right, Haran. And the Spirit just gave me, he asked me, I knew the number, the name.
Right.
But this is young man, and years ago, Yak, myself, broke bread with this young man. And I'm talking about taking him rides to Wat the Bam, taking him here, there. Yak took him rides, Wat the Bam. He on Facebook just a couple of days ago saying, God, what am I doing wrong?
Facebook?
On Facebook. This is not working. Wat the Bam. Now, I broke bread. Yak broke bread. We broke bread together with him. All right. So his people sending. Day by day, I'm losing my sanity. And there he just showed me a post right now on
The same
Facebook.
guy.
The
Yes,
guy.
yeah. Day by day, I'm losing my what?
My sanity.
Okay, so now he decided to jump out there and to respond to him, say, "Look, bro, get at me. Let's rap." What did he do after that?
He answered everybody else and replied to everybody else except mine.
So he listened to Mama, who's in the world, and trust me, Mama in the world. We know his mama. Trust me, she's all the way in the world. Everybody else on that list is in the motherfucking world. So he's sitting there sighing and crying, saying, "God, what am I doing wrong? Everything I'm trying to do ain't working."
Fools hate knowledge.
Ever since my granny left, I've been fighting these demons, and they winning so far. That's he just give me a
Well,
direct quote.
I hope a demon punching him in his shit right now.
Granny G.
Because not only one man, but several men of the Lord came to him, and after he said this, he put himself out there and said, "Get at me,"
And
he
they getting at him too.
and he's not right. He ain't getting at the men of the Lord, but them demons getting at his ass.
Hey, that's what he get anyway, cause he on Facebook talking about some like the Most High got a Facebook page. Fuck outta here.
Well, you know what? The Most High does have a Facebook page through the men of the Lord, and that's the thing. If you do not read, the Lord said in Jeremiah 44:4 again, He said, "Is howbeit I sent unto you all my servants the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate." The prophets are on Facebook. The prophets are on TikTok. The prophets are on Snapchat. The prophets are on Instagram. The prophets are on YouTube. The prophets are on Rumble. The prophets are all throughout. And the truth is throughout.
But you know what? They too busy listening to women.
That's it.
You know, they too busy listening to women and
That's
listening to these false prophets.
Mama, what should I do?
You know,
And the fun you said that,
You know,
because Yake said the same thing that you just said. He said all this stuff. Yake said a response, and guess who the first response he listened to?
yeah, they listening
His
to
mama.
some chick with a cleavage all out saying that let us pray.
Oh.
The Lord came to me to bring you this message.
Fresh new comer.
You
Damn.
right.
Damn.
I got precept. This is John 14:27. It says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." So this guy that Yaki was just describing, man, he's not gonna get any peace from the world, man. He's not gonna get any comfort from the world.
That's right.
The only true comfort, peace, and understanding is through these scriptures.
That's the only way. The only way.
That's it.
Shit, what the scripture say, come rest with us. Like this the little bit of rest we got. This the word, man. The brotherhood. And these people, they in death right now, man. Only thing gonna show you is another way to die.
Yep.
There's another way to kill yourself. That's all they gonna do. Hey, like the scripture say, all they that hate me love death.
Yep.
If you ain't following the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, if you get any information from somebody in the world, it's death. It's gonna kill you.
And this word is our peace because this is our hope. You know, because our hope is in something that's sure and steadfast. You know, the word of the Father, it leads to the eternal righteous kingdom, man. See, all the mindsets of this present evil world, all right, if you hope in that mindset, you hope in something in this present evil world, then your hope is vain. And if you're trying to attain your hope, then your labor is in vain.
Hey,
All right, because
scripture say, lay not up your treasures on earth. All right, where thieves can break through and steal, man. Or moth doeth corrupt. But lay your treasures in heaven, man. Hey, look, this place is gonna die. It's gonna be destroyed, man. Ain't nothing is gonna get obliterated. Like one of Apostle Gabar's word, eviscerated.
that's it.
There's nothing gonna be left here, man. You putting your hope. Hey, that's like a guy that fall out at the last minute. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what's about to happen to this place. And you came from nothing to something, and now you know a little something. When you go back, you don't have less than nothing. You double fucked.
Smoking weed to smoking crack.
You right. You right. You go from smoking weed to smoking crack and heroin. You know what I'm saying? The fuck?
And the sad part about it is, you didn't have any no idea of none of this. And now, you using, I want to go change my mind.
What?
So like it. No, but that's the thing is, this motherfucker had no idea.
Not an ink.
And so now, as soon as you give them the understanding, now they got a better understanding. How you got a better understanding when you had no understanding? I'm telling you of the understanding, but now you got a better way out.
And that's like
But
when I first.
you're not Esau, so he's not gonna listen to you.
And that's like when I first came to the truth, man. What's his name? The Tazaliah.
Oh yeah, man, I forgot about that.
Man, I said
Mother head to head, mother
Man,
to mother.
I watched
mother to
it.
head, yeah.
You know, man, Call Light, he got put out. That's when I came in. You know what I mean? And the Lord scared the fuck out of my ass in the door. He said, man, I know what you know. I looked at him. I said, well, if you know what I know, why the fuck you ain't doing nothing then? And he just got quiet. And that's the thing, man, because they don't. They think they know something, man, but they really don't know shit. They know they gonna die. And where these guys at now, man? Where's the Nazariahs and the Taziati? Where's these niggas at now, man?
Smoking,
Back in the world,
making beats,
and
doing coke.
Raw ass.
right. And if they don't turn from their wickedness, hey, they gonna get smoked.
I got a precept for you,
That's
Rolla.
about right. That's what I'm
This
saying.
is 2 Corinthians 4:18. While we look not at things which are seen,
Right.
but at things which are not seen.
Right, so we're not paying attention to what's going on with the things you can see. We look at the we got vision, man. Alright,
They have vision, Willie.
you got it right. We see what's coming from afar, man.
Yep.
Cause we know the prophecies, man. You know, we afraid. You know,
For the things which are seen are temporary. But the things which are not seen are eternal.
right? So the things that you see right now, it's just temporary. And what Yahweh Shah say, man, he say not one stone should be standing on one another, man. This place is gonna be broken down, man. Hey, the scripture says it's gonna be a dwelling place of hateful birds, man.
It turns.
You know what I'm saying? So desert animals, man. Ain't nothing gonna be here but desert creatures, man.
Guess what? It has to. Matter of fact, I got this for you. Second Ezra 4:28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. This is the point. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Right.
So guess what? This place has to go down.
it got to go
Yeah,
down.
the destruction has to come, and that's why we're doing the destruction of the new year right now.
Right.
Because we hope that this is the last moments of being here, man.
Con. You know, y'all, could you go ahead and finish that second answer? We're gonna get ready to wrap up soon. We're gonna make this too long.
This is back in
a little over an hour. We'll go.
this. Yes, sir. This is back in 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 13. Now it says, "They that till the and shall be smitten and punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting in hell and with the fearful consolation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh."
Ooh, you know, I'm gonna read that tonight in that Bible that I have and see what precepts they got written in it. I got that Bible from 1850 with the Apocrypha in it, and in the middle of the Apocrypha it's got all precepts. I want to see, but go ahead, brother.
It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and the one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another."
Right, and a lot of that sedition, the majority of that sedition is going to come from white males. I mean, they already do most of the killing. Statistics is already shown. You would never know that watching the media, watching the news in Chicago, New York, or Philly. Right, but this FBI statistics, you can look it up right now for yourself. I'm going to tell you the majority of violent crimes that are done in America are done by white males. So how much more as the society, as they start losing their precious society? Go ahead.
And the Department of Justice, the DOJ, every you name, you talking about murder, you talking about killing, whatever the fuck, out of every single category, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is at the head except for petty robbery.
Yeah, you would never know that though watching the daily news.
That's it.
Go ahead, y'all.
Con. Verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes."
Right, so what you saw at at the White House, with Trump, with his Trump followers, that was nothing compared to what they're gonna do. But go ahead, brother.
Show your right, Ray. It says, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
So what do you think's going on in those houses when they get destroyed? Then when they got, you know, women folk inside, you got, you know, teenage daughters, you know, wives, or homes where, you know, or those houses where ain't no men in there, it's just all women.
Which is
What do you
majority
think is
of the
going
time.
on in there when these houses are getting rifled and destroyed and spoiled? Well, you're gonna hear a lot of smack, smack, smack,
I
smack.
mean, the scripture said the
Wait,
houses shall be
wait,
ravished.
smack, smack, smack.
Why the wives? Is
You
that
know?
that's Isaiah
Yeah,
13, right?
Right. You go right.
Okay.
You gonna hear you're right. The dogs gonna get shot. They gonna shoot the dogs. Yeah.
Allow that smack.
Yep. It's getting ready to get nasty out here, man.
Can I
That's
just
it.
back you up with the
And how St. Benji always talk about, you got an element in society that is very, very dangerous. You call them incels, and most of them are white males. Most of them. I'm not gonna say all of them because that wouldn't be correct. But the majority of these incels, all right, and no one has been a herder of women like the so-called white man. Most of the serial killers that kill, you know, numerous of women and scatter them all over the place, and they didn't even find all the bodies. They didn't even tell them about all the people they killed. Those were white males.
John Gacy's,
All right.
Scott Peterson.
So that shit's gonna come back, and now you know you got this purge thing that goes into effect in a couple of hours. They just calling it the purge law. But go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 13 and 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
Yeah. So all these wicked women who sell sex, you know, who sell sex, however,
As a commodity.
as a commodity, you know, just so they can live deliciously because you ain't got surgery, you got the perfect gigantic ass now.
The BBL.
You got the perfect gigantic fake breast. You know, you got the big old Becky look like you've been punched in the mouth lips. All right, that don't really fit your face, but your lips on swole. All right, and you puckering them up and putting them all in the camera and shaking them and twerking them. You know, and some of you go further than that. You got dildos and you know that whole sort of thing. All right,
And
the
we'll-
Lord, those wicked deeds, there's gonna be punishment for it. And guess what? There are men that live around you that recognize
That's
you
it.
and know you.
That's
And
it.
there's probably some incels close to you. All right, expect a visit from some of them guys, man.
It's Diego's time to purge.
And will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Diego coming.
That's right.
Yeah,
And-
definitely coming.
That's right. No, right. And will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than the fine gold.
Right, and those men that are precious are gonna be the men that you shun and make fun of and make mockery of.
That's it.
All right.
Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. I'm gonna jump down to just the point after that because that was beautiful. But I want to hit verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces
Yeah.
before their eyes.
A lot of you gonna watch your children get put to death, man.
Right.
All right. Like we told you that story a couple weeks back. How that that dumbass man took his son down to Colombia and was letting his son play in the shallow water,
Right.
and that 20-foot crocodile came and snatched his boy's head off and drug his body away in front of him and his wife and all his neighbors, man.
Nothing they can do.
All right, when nothing they could do about it, man. All right, you're gonna watch your children just get completely destroyed right in front of you.
Their
Go ahead.
children shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. The houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
Smack, 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 smack. Tag team. Smack, smack, smack. Next.
That's right.
It's gonna. We done told you bitches, all right, that you've been jumping from penis to penis. Hot girl summer.
So you set
You
it
know,
out.
You've been dating because I hate that word too. Oh, but I dated that guy and I dated this guy. Why don't you just say what it really means?
That's
You
right.
fucked him, you fucked him, and you fucked him.
That's it.
That's when you're dating someone, you're fucking him. So this is the guy you're fucking now. So you didn't dated 10 guys in 1 year.
Now you're mad that everybody about to run through your head.
But it ain't gonna be fun because they got to pick and choose who's gonna run through 'em. See, that's the flip side of when all these things happen. But all that when Yaki was reading those scriptures, because he's reading it and it sounds pretty horrific, but it's even more when you go into the details of all that. And we've been telling you, man, that the carousel gonna ride you, man. You gonna have bands of former inmates and all.
And the fucked up part is, these motherfuckers on one hand talking about how they're so uppity and
They forming crews and robbing the shit out people.
Yeah.
Wait till they forming crews and they doing home invasions.
perfect.
And they gonna be gang banging you bitches when
Yes.
they do it.
Yeah, them carjackings are going up on the north side.
Yeah,
Where Esau was
they've been going to right.
Yeah.
You wait till they start going into the when they beat up your guard, when they jump your guard, or they shoot your gatekeeper and they go into these gated communities. Man. It's coming, man. And then they just gonna close the gate behind them. Ain't nobody leaving this bitch. They gonna go house to house. And there's a lot of gated communities here in Chicago. The majority of the gated communities are them small hats.
Yeah.
All right.
said it was an increase.
They said carjackings been going up and home invasions been going up.
And why is the law just changed at the stroke of midnight that if you have a trespasser on your property,
Yep.
that the
You got to
popo-
deal with it.
Yeah.
Police ain't coming to deal with him.
On that safety act.
So if he trespassing on your property, he decided he want to take a few items with him before he leave.
including your puss.
Siege taken.
He's like, damn, those some nice big ass fake lips you got.
Yeah.
Let's see you put them to work. But go ahead, y'all.
Con.
The Lord, that's just the Lord giving you. You want to be a slut and whore anyway, so that's the Lord giving you what you want. That's what you want, right?
Hey, by their own devices, right, Elder?
Yeah.
So they gonna die by their own devices, man.
Oh, why they really want it like that? Oh no.
Hey, Shalom down there in Brazil, Shalom.
Oh.
That was one of my favorite scriptures. He always bring up, you're gonna be in the garden of cucumbers.
A garden of cute,
He
yeah.
always bring that up.
Well, there you go.
Hey, that's some powerful imagery.
Yeah, but there it is, man. We all remember that one image when the chick was telling the dude, "You gotta love me despite my past," and then they showed her past. But go ahead, brother.
Con. So it goes on to say, and man shall have no pity on his neighbor. This is Second Esdras 15, and man shall pity upon the neighbor. Destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, so it's gonna be so rough out here that people gonna be kicking in other people's doors, all right? And they're coming for your goods. They're coming for your food first and foremost. But they, like I said, you got packs of guys. You're gonna have guys that form groups. You're gonna have former military, former cops. You're gonna have these guys that didn't prep, or they prepped in reverse. While you were gathering up water and food, they were gathering up firearms and bullets and different apparatuses to breach doors with teams, and they're gonna be coming in, tactically, breaching your doors and coming through and taking your shit, man.
And there's gonna be no 911.
And
Matter of fact, some of them guys gonna be the 911.
That's right. And we had evidences with the whole Micah Bella incident where she called and it's like, yes, he's coming in. He's where? He's at my door. Are you alone? Yes, I'm alone. Well, I have nobody to send to you. I have nobody to send to you. Can you just find a way to just take care of yourself? I don't know. Well, you want me to stay on the phone so I can walk you through
They
this?
said, well, you know what, girl, go find some olive oil or some Vaseline and just make it easy on yourself. Lube yourself up, because he coming, baby.
Look, like he's coming in more ways than one.
And then we looked up the story, and guess what? It gave you the story that Micah Bella had came through. I don't know if he came through. She said
No, he raped him.
He came through the window.
Mhm.
He was at her window, and Michael Bella did what? He went right in there and clapped that bro.
Now this was several
He
years
was
ago,
like,
so
"Oh
they
damn,
ended
girl,
up.
you was lubed up all along."
And now they ended up catching him and arresting him, whatever, watching bam. But this goes to show you that was 5, 6, some years ago. Now you go back to Buffalo, not New Buffalo, but Buffalo, New York, when you had every day the death toll is still mounting up after this winter snowstorm that caught people out there in the wilderness and on the ways and the highways and byways. Had them. It's over 40, 50 people already been confirmed to be dead, where they sit there and they called the popo and they said, okay, the popo on the way. The Popo was on the way, and then they got trapped, and the Popo called the National Guard, and they were on the way.
Hey,
And the
I lived
National
through
Guard-
a situation like that.
God.
That happened to me, and I'm telling you, I'm on the phone with 911, and the lady told me there is no one coming for you.
That's it. And that's the same thing they told
Alright.
them.
But the Lord delivered me.
That's it.
Call
That's
Halal
it.
Yahweh
Oh,
Shem
yeah.
Shah. And I kept my faith the whole time, man.
That's it.
I never broke character, man.
That's it. And
And the Lord delivered me out of that, man.
that's right. And that was in Colorado, where that snow in the mountains in that region ain't no
That-
joke.
in that stretch is a stretch between Colorado Springs
And
and Denver, and it's notorious for that, for them flash storms that come out of nowhere. The news don't even, it just come, and all of a sudden you'll have 3 feet of snow in like an hour or two.
And
They
she-
just come out of nowhere because the elevation is so high,
And she
and,
said,
and
what?
people get trapped in their cars and trapped on the roads and they freeze to death.
And what now when you called now when they said what?
911, the lady said there is no one, we have nobody to help you. Everybody's stuck. The National Guard, there was no help coming. Man.
And that's what's
And
about to
guess
happen.
what? We got yacht to the airport, and then we went back into hell because that storm just got worse. But within what? It took us about 6-8 hours before we got back. I mean, on a 45-minute drive. But guess what? We got delivered out of there and was sleeping soundly in our beds. And then turn on the news in the morning, and people died up there. They found people in their cars, man.
That's it.
Women huddled up with their children, solid.
That's it. Frozen.
Yep.
You all right?
When I was in the airport,
Just sitting.
man, we couldn't leave to that next day or the day after that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The Lord is shutting this shit down, and this is so beautiful for the righteous.
Yeah, but at least you were safe, brother.
Exactly.
Lord delivered us all.
Yes.
That's right.
Because you remember how we spun out?
Oh yeah, a couple
That
times.
shit was crazy.
Few times.
Yeah.
It was horrible. It was bad. That was like one of the worst. And then to have to go back in that.
Yeah. Because what we should have did was just stay in Denver.
Yeah, and
Should have went to Guard's house.
Yep, because we didn't even make it on time.
But we
for
didn't
my
know what
flight
was
nowhere.
going on.
Exactly.
Because it came out of nowhere. The news wouldn't even. It just boom, and they had them freak storms in that area. I don't know why anybody would live in that stretch.
Yeah, that was
You know?
crazy.
But that's Jake though. Jake will go ahead and build a house on
Nah,
the
that was them
floodplain.
fucking Edomites.
Well,
Them
well,
ass
I'm-
Edomites.
Well, Jake will follow East. Let me correct myself. Jake will follow
They'll
Esau
build a
Edom
house right in Tornado Alley.
on Tornado Alley,
Yeah.
on the floodplain plain, on the hurricane
10 feet
road.
from the river that overflows by 30 feet.
Come on, bro.
every 20, 30 years.
Come on, bro. And that's following Esau Edom in madness, man. Who builds houses at the base of a fucking volcano?
Esau.
That's Esau Edom, and then those
Fucking
who follow
tar.
him, man.
Straight up fucking tard.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to say the re part.
This is beautiful land.
Right? Yeah, it's fertile. But
And it's
yeah.
been thousands of years and it hasn't blew. How do you know, bitch? You ain't been
Nigga,
living
was
for
you there?
thousands of years. Yeah.
But let me grab this at this last. You got one, bitch?
Yeah.
Bring yours out. I'm
You
gonna bring
stopped
this
at
one
verse
back.
19, right?
Con.
This second Edges 15:20. After the sword coming, people getting the goods spoiled, lack of bread, tribulation, all this violence happening, right? Verse 20.
Okay.
Behold, well, you can read 20.
No, go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah, I got you. So this is back in 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and 20. It says, "Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them."
Ooh,
Oh,
man, they
man.
got to pay back. And they did us dirty. They did us beyond dirty, man.
The Lord gonna
Right?
make them beat their own ass
Man.
to death.
Yeah.
Man.
They gonna kill each other, and the Lord gonna interrupt. This is Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. This is the controversy of Jerusalem, man. All right, all you heathens have worked with Esau to, like it says, the dogs licked our wounds. So all you heathens worked with Esau to destroy us, take away our heritage, and the Lord has prepared a great judgment for you, man. This is our salvation, all right? All we got to do is what King David said. How can I pay you back?
Right here.
Just take the cup of my salvation.
This is what we got to do. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Keep what?
For this is the whole duty of man. Right? For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So the Lord is about to judge y'all. Bring yours out, brother. We're going to wrap
Or
up.
this Matthew 12, verse 25, and Yahweh knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against himself is brought into desolence, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, adversary, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
Right. So these, and you can see these left and right. All right. These alphabets and the Christians, you know, and then plus that secret war, which isn't so secret anymore, between Christianity and Judaism, that's starting to surface now. All right. But you have one, brother. You can bring yours out, and then we'll go. You've been sitting there patiently.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 4. It's like, this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, would I bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. So, you know, this is the end of our captivity. Verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right, and they ain't never left that area. They've been there for quite some time now. And that's going to re-spark up too, man. That ain't over. But go ahead.
And we'll, go ahead.
I said, let's go, Jim.
I'll go ahead. And we'll plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
He's going to plead with them with fire, man.
That's it.
Go read Isaiah 66,
I was just
15.
thinking that.
Go ahead, brother.
Whom they have scattered among the heathen.
Right, so
the nation.
we've been scattered among all people, man. All right?
All continents,
Matter of
all
fact, when
languages.
them imposters went over to our land, they didn't come from all people.
That's right.
All right? So they full of shit. But go ahead.
And part of my land.
And they parted our land, man. And that's prophecy that our land will be parted by people.
And they between Israelis.
I can't wait for you, Howard Shah, to go over there and take care of them, man.
All right, I'm on.
I can't wait. So with that, man, we're going to give all praise, all honor, and glory.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakurash,
Wa'ababal.
May this year,
Destruction.
yes, man. May this year be next year be full of judgment.